Shalom, I'm Jody Hirsh, the Director of Judaic Education at the Harry and Rose Samson Family Jewish Community Center. And I have to tell you that we have an incredible opportunity right now. And it's connected with this week's Parsha, which is Shmot. Shmot is the very first Torah portion in the book of Exodus. So we are going to witness history because we're about to go to a press conference in which the Pharaoh of Egypt is going to announce his plan for the Israelite people. And perhaps I'll even have a chance to interview him.
Oh, my countrymen of the great kingdom of Egypt, I, the Pharaoh, have called you together this day to make a significant pronouncement. There is a people living in our midst who call themselves the children of Israel, who claim to be a family and have lived in our nation for many years, supposedly as a small and innocent group. But I have come to recognize that they have grown in numbers to the extent that they threaten the well-being of our people. They are a nation within a nation. They are not Egyptians. They come from a foreign country and are allied to people who have been at war with the good people of Egypt over many, many centuries. Therefore, I hereby pronounce on this day that this alien people is to be reduced to the level of slavery. They are not to be spoken to in kindness, but are to be treated with harshness and to be recognized for the menace that they represent. As far as gaining bread, we will put them to work. I have some important national programs in mind, namely to build huge pyramids which will be used to serve as tombs for the great pharaohs, the gods of our people. And this people who worship a foreign god are to become slaves who labor on these pyramids, lifting huge rocks, working from morning till night, being given food and beaten severely if they slacken in their labors. And we will teach these people that they are a despised folk and that their God is a no God. And the only God who exists in this world and the world beyond is I, the Pharaoh of the kingdom of Egypt.
Mr. Pharaoh, I am Jody Hirsh from the Jewish Community Center, and I would like to ask you some questions for Centerline, which is our periodical. So the first thing I wanted to ask you was, you are so against the Israelites. I thought that their ancestor Joseph was a major hero, not just for the Israelites, but for the people of Israel, that he saved them from famine. Wasn't Joseph a very famous person? Shouldn't you be more respectful of his descendants?
Joseph? I don't seem to remember the name. This must have been long years ago and nothing that I know anything about.
Oh, well, I'm very surprised at that. But the other thing that's very surprising about what you said is you called them a nation. Aren't they just a family or a tribe? Why did you call them a nation?
Because they have propagated so much and become so numerous in the land that they threaten us as only a nation or another people can do, and they must be stamped out or they will destroy the kingdom of Egypt.
Oh my gosh, well, okay, I'd like to thank you very much, Mr. Pharaoh, for this interview, and I go back to our main studio at the Jewish Community Center. So very interesting. Of course, this is part of our history, but I hope you all notice one very critical thing, is that the Pharaoh referred to the Israelites as the nation of the children of Israel. Nation. This is the first time in the Torah that the Israelites are referred to as a nation, an Am B'nai Yisrael, the nation of the children of Israel. And it's only in our Parsha of this week.